I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and please remain standing. At this time, I would like to invite retired police chaplain Joey Rogers to deliver tonight's invocation. Chaplain Rogers.
Let us pray. Holy One, we know you by many names and in many traditions. But what we all know is your presence is here with us this night and is here in this city. We are thankful for the bravery and the courage and the commitment of the men and women who serve in various roles with our police department. We thank you that every day or every early evening they get up wanting the safety and peace that all your people want. Bless them, bless their families, and accept our gratitude for life this day and for this occasion of celebration and recognition. We are grateful you are here. We are grateful we are here. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Rogers, for your thoughtful and grounding words. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated now. Thank you. Before we begin tonight's ceremony, I want to express my deepest gratitude to each of you for being here. As I look around the room, this crowded room, and I see family, friends. Our recipients, our heroes tonight, they couldn't have done it without you, without your love and support, without your sacrifice. And we truly appreciate that. And we love you for that. So thank you. We know it's hard, but thank you so much for standing by our side. My name is Commander Ken Carter, and I am privileged and deeply blessed to be able to welcome you all to our 2025 Evanston Police Department Award Ceremony. This evening is not just about recognition. It's about reflection. Reflection on courage, sacrifice, professionalism, and the unwavering commitment of the men and women who serve the city of Evanston. Tonight we honor officers, professional staff, and civilian employees who have gone above and beyond the call of duty to uphold our mission and to embrace our motto and to improve the quality of life for those who work, live, and visit our great city. Their actions remind us that public service has a tremendous impact. Often unseen, but never unfelt. It's also a great reminder that leadership, great leadership, plays a vital role in supporting these efforts. With that, I am proud to introduce two individuals whose guidance, collaboration, and dedication help shape the future of our great city. the Honorable Mayor Daniel Biss, and City Manager Luke Stone.
Well, good evening.
Good evening.
That's why they made you commander. Thank you, Commander Carter, for the kind introduction. I'll be really quick. I never promised that. I love this event, and here's why. It's a demonstration and a set of stories about all of the little things that the men and women of this department do day in, day out, that are just above and beyond what someone asked them to do or told them to do, and that keep us that much safer. And what we see in this ceremony is a lot of different EPD personnel being recognized, because the truth of the matter is that these folks go above and beyond every day, and there's so much to choose from in making this recognition. I think this ceremony honestly provides a better window into what this department does for this community than anything else that we do during the course of the year. The other ways that we show appreciation, the other ways that we talk about policy, they're all meaningful, but tonight we just tell a series of stories. Here's something an officer did in a moment where they were compelled to make a choice. Do I do just what I have to do, or will I figure out a way to do a little bit more, go above and beyond, and keep the people safer? And the lesson is that y'all are going above and beyond all the time, every day, again and again. And the people of Evanston benefit from that, are safer because of that, have a more well and tight-knit community. And what I want y'all to know is they also appreciate you because of that. The fact that there's a lot of people in this room is one important indication, but also those who don't know the specifics still feel in their bones that we've got a department that is really, really stepping up and doing a lot to make life in this town better. I never forget that. I think most people in this town don't forget that. I'm glad that we have an opportunity this evening to recognize that remarkable work. But not only this evening, every day, I just want to say thank you very much, not just for being willing to step into this dangerous job, for volunteering to do something that puts you at risk that almost none of the rest of us experience in our jobs, but then for doing it so well. We see you, and we appreciate you, and our lives are better because of you. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. I will also be very brief. There's so many great things that I could share tonight about the Evanston Police Department, but I want to take a moment to recognize an amazing accomplishment. We've now gone over 2 years without a homicide in the city of Evanston, and you have to go back. You have to go back at least 50 years, maybe even longer, to find a similar time window where we did not have 2 years or more without a homicide in the city of Evanston. I just want to say that's obviously an incredible accomplishment, but also it's a testament to the collaboration and the inner workings of the Evanston Police Department and also other city departments that have been involved in that. And whether it's SOG, investigations, intel, our crime analysts, patrol officers, everybody has made contributions to that, not just within the EPD, but also other city departments, HR and IT and our youth and young adults team and our care team, et cetera. So I just want to say thank you, congratulations. It's an honor and privilege to work with all of you each and every day. And this is truly one of my favorite events of the year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, Mr. City Manager. Now it's my truly distinct pleasure to introduce an exceptional leader, as a matter of fact, Illinois' Police Chief of the Year. I don't think y'all heard me. Accompanied by Deputy Chief Jody Wright, Deputy Chief Danny Russell, and last but not least, Deputy Chief Melissa Secludi. They're going to be presenting tonight's awards, and please help me welcome Commander Liz Glenn. She's going to be explaining the type of honors that's going to be received tonight. So, Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Liz Glenn. I'm the commander of the day shift patrol A unit, A for a reason. Tonight we will honor officers and city employees in the following categories. You guys like that, huh?
Yeah, we did.
Certificates of recognition. This is the fourth level of recognition and is awarded for acts of service normally expected of a member in the course of everyday duties, but which merit recognition because of special circumstances. Honorable mentions. This is the third highest form of recognition. It is given for outstanding police work, such as singularly solving a serious crime, or by individual initiative apprehending a criminal in the act of committing a crime. Department commendations. This is the second highest form of recognition. The departmental commendation is awarded to members who distinguish themselves and bring credit to the department by highly creditable or unusual acts in the performance of police duties. Such acts will rise above the expected norm of police or community service in a significant manner. We will also present the Chief's Special Award, a Police Service Commendation, unit citations, Most Fit and Most Improved Officers of the Year, and lastly, the Officer and Civilian of the Year awards. I will now turn it over to Commander Marla Dukler.
I'm a little shorter than most people, so we'll just lower that down a little bit. Hi everyone, I'm Commander Marla Dukler. I'm one of the commanders of our midnight shift. So if I mess up a name, it's because I haven't slept. Other than that, I'm extremely honored to be here today to be able to present awards to a variety of individuals for a lot of different tasks. On top of that, many of these specific incidents I have vivid memories of, and so I am very grateful to see the officers be honored in that way. So our first award tonight is for a certificate of recognition. Would firefighters William Benvenuto, James Trippi, Captain Damian Bazan, and Battalion Chief Daniel Lynch please step forward? There we go. I understand that this shift is working this evening. Is that correct? So representing everybody is going to be firefighter James Trippi. On February, there we go. Yeah. On February 2nd, 2024, Evanston Fire Department Engine 21 crew observed an offender damaging a vehicle occupied by 2 victims in the 1800 block of Emerson. The offender was on the roof of the vehicle, suffering a mental health crisis. While the offender was causing significant damage to the vehicle, you were able to remove the mother and her teen daughter from the vehicle, bringing them both to safety. For your keen observation, community caretaking, and assistance in this investigation, we present you with a certificate of recognition. Now would Detective Amin Varani please step forward? Well, on January 22nd, 2024, a victim reported her 2017 Kia Sportage stolen from in front of her residence. The vehicle was later recovered in Chicago. Detective Varani was assigned to follow up on the motor vehicle theft case. During the follow-up investigation, he checked numerous automated license plate readers and learned the vehicle had been involved in a crash. Detective Varani was able to recover a cell phone, which he analyzed, leading to the identification of the suspect. This investigation led to criminal charges. For this, we present to you a certificate of recognition. And then, Detective Varani, once you get through that line, can you come back to me, please? Now, to join Detective Varani, can we also get Commander Bartelli of NUPD and Detective Daniel Rosenbaum and Detective Nicholas Chipolet. There you go. On February 28th, 2024, officers responded to a sex offense investigation in the 800 block of Noyes. The victim reported that she was attacked in the lobby of her apartment building the day prior. The investigation unfolded during the course of an entire month. Initially, there were no leads as to the suspect's identity. However, Commander Bartelli was able to identify the suspect. With this information, detectives were able to track the suspect's movements using video footage from around the city and Northwestern's campus. The detectives identified the vehicle with the use of automated license plate readers. Commander Bartelli's assistance was pivotal in this case, and without her identification, the case would never have been solved. Later on March 27th, 2024, officers and detectives assembled to conduct surveillance and place the suspect into custody. Detectives were instrumental in locating and placing the offender into custody, which led to criminal sexual abuse charges. For this, we present all of you with certificates of recognition. Sir? To add to this one, Detective Vasquez, who was unable to attend tonight's ceremony, was assigned as the lead investigator of this case. During his investigation, he authored 6 search warrants, reviewed video, and worked with other police departments, gathering and sharing information. Detective Vasquez was able to alert college public safety departments of the suspect who had committed an assault in their jurisdiction. While investigating, Detective Vasquez learned that the offender was involved in criminal activity across at least 3 states, and for this, he will be presented with an honorable mention. And now I let him go, but can I get Detective Ronnie back up here? He's like my security blanket up here. I'm just going to need you to remain. Detective Ronnie, you were involved in an incident in which you assisted the Skokie Police Department in the area of Oakton and Hartree. You assisted with locating a vehicle involved in an aggravated assault. The investigation revealed there were 4 offenders involved. Detectives and officers located all 4 offenders and safely placed them into custody. Additionally, a backpack was recovered which contained 4 handguns. The investigation revealed that one of those guns was directly linked to a 2023 homicide that occurred in Round Lake Beach. All involved acted quickly and communicated effectively, resulting in a successful outcome. For this, we present to you a certificate of recognition. Now, just for a little change, we're going to ask other people to come up here. Will Commander Carter, Detention Desk Officer Deb Hinton, Sergeant Francesca Henderson, and Officer Rodney Green please step forward. On June 9th, 2024, the Evanston Police Department received a distress call from a suicidal male. The subject was slurring his speech and expressing intent to self-harm. He provided his location and a description of his vehicle to the desk officers. Detention desk officers kept the suspect on the phone, gathered critical information to assist the responding officers, and coordinated with dispatch and other outside agencies. Officer Green assisted in securing the scene and diverting traffic, while Commander Carter enforced a lockdown at St. Francis Hospital and commanded the scene. Sergeant Henderson negotiated with the subject on scene for over an hour. Because of her quick thinking, calm demeanor, and effective negotiation, the incident was brought to a peaceful resolution. After negotiation, the suspect exited the vehicle voluntarily, and the weapons were recovered. The subject was in possession of a 12-gauge shotgun and a handgun. The subject was brought to the hospital for a psychological evaluation. All involved assisted in actions bringing this incident to a peaceful resolution, demonstrating teamwork, dedication, and professionalism. For this, we present Detention Desk Officer Hinton, Officer Green, Commander Carter with certificates of recognition, and I completely misspoke there. Officer Green and Commander Carter will be receiving certificate of recognitions, while Detention Desk Officer Hinton and Sergeant Henderson will be receiving honorable mentions this evening. Now will Officer Orion Turner Norman and Retired Officer Heidi Bernhardt please step forward. All right. On June 14th, 2024, officers responded to Dawes Park for a male subject that had been stabbed. The victim sustained an injury that was consistent with an arterial injury on his arm. While officers were rendering medical aid, Detective Navarrete and Officer Jacobs assisted with securing the scene, controlling numerous subjects, and successfully taking the offender into custody. Officers Turner Norman, Hicks, Tannenbaum, and Retired Officer Bernhardt assisted with providing emergency aid to save the victim's life. They were able to stabilize the victim until the arrival of paramedics. Detective Navarrete and Officer Jacobs, who are unable to be here tonight, will be presented with certificates of recognition. Officer Bernhardt is presented with an honorable mention, and Officers Turner Norman, Hicks, and Tannenbaum will also be presented with honorable mentions. Congratulations. Will Officer Kyle Jordan, Officer Rudy Mujica, Detective Carl Gustafson, and Detective Pedro Carrasco please step forward. On August 5th, 2024, officers and detectives responded to a person shot in the 1700 block of Dempster. Upon arrival, a victim was located lying in the parkway in front of 1711 Dempster. Without delay, tactical emergency medical protocols were activated, and medical aid was immediately administered by Officer Marks, Officer Moore, Officer Jordan, Detective Vasquez, and Officer Lang. Officer Mujica located a vehicle and person involved in the incident approximately 1/2 block away from the shooting and took a suspect into custody. He secured the vehicle, which had a gun and alcohol in plain view, until investigations personnel arrived on scene and took over the scene. The investigation further revealed there were actually 2 male victims, a 41-year-old and a 50-year-old, both Evanston residents. Both victims were transported to area hospitals. Detective Gustafson and Carrasco immediately launched a meticulous and comprehensive investigation into the incident. Through their efforts, they uncovered that the subjects, both convicted felons, had engaged in a shootout in the residential area, injuring each other in the exchange. The investigation further revealed that one of the parties attempted to flee the area in a vehicle. Detectives Gustafson and Carrasco's investigation uncovered critical evidence linking one offender to the possession of a loaded Ruger LCP .380 handgun at the time of the shooting. Based on this evidence, the Cook County State's Attorney's Office approved a felony charge of aggravated unlawful use of a weapon by a felon against one of the offenders. Further, their submission of key evidence to the crime lab resulted in DNA analysis that definitively tied the other offender to the crime. This critical breakthrough enabled the detectives to establish probable cause to charge him with armed habitual felony. The unwavering dedication, detailed investigative work, and commitment to justice displayed by Detectives Gustafson and Carrasco led to the apprehension and prosecution of 3 dangerous convicted felons. Their efforts not only brought justice to those involved, but also significantly improved the safety and well-being of the Evanston community. For this, we present Detectives Gustafson and Carrasco with certificates of recognition. We present Officer Marks, Officer Moore, Officer Jordan, Officer Lang, Officer Mujica, and Detective Vasquez with honorable mentions for their life-saving efforts and quick apprehension of one of the offenders. Now will Officer Denny Lee please step forward?
Yeah.
On August 14th, 2024, Officer Lee, on routine patrol, observed a white Hyundai sedan traveling eastbound at a high rate of speed on Howard Street. Officer Lee followed the vehicle and reported observing suspicious circumstances. Joined by other police officers, Officer Moore and Officer Sanchez, a traffic stop was conducted. All three subjects within the vehicle fled on foot, but were subsequently apprehended. It was later learned that the car was an unreported stolen vehicle from another jurisdiction. All three subjects were charged with possession of stolen motor vehicle and criminal trespass to a motor vehicle. And for this, we present you with a certificate of recognition. Now will Officer Matthias Vanderwerf please step forward? On November 24th, 2024, Officer Vanderwerf was assigned a deceptive practice call from an anonymous caller who stated he was just scammed out of $3,000 by two offenders. The offenders asked the citizen for a $10 donation to assist with a family member's funeral, but requested the victim's credit card rather than cash. The credit card was then run for $3,000 without the victim's consent or knowledge. It wasn't until the offenders ran the card for an additional $3,000 when the bank stopped it and alerted the victim, who then called police. After speaking to the victim, Officer Vanderwerf learned the details of the crime and the location, as well as the fact that the victim followed the offenders to another location where they were trying to scam another individual. Using that information, Officer Vanderwerf collected video evidence of the offenders and the vehicle they were using and disseminated an informational bulletin on his own, which led to an identification of one offender. Using available resources, Officer Vanderwerf greatly assisted the Detective Bureau in identifying and charging the offenders appropriately. And for this, we present you with a certificate of recognition. Will Detective Carl Gustafson, Desk Detention Officer Gina Alexander, and Sergeant Richard Tyson please step forward? Get up here, G. On August 29th, 2024, Evanston Police Service Desk received a report from a concerned citizen regarding a female subject who allegedly discarded her deceased newborn in a garbage can receptacle. Despite the female subject and her mother declining to cooperate with law enforcement, the investigative team demonstrated exceptional determination and skill in navigating this sensitive and complex case. Detectives successfully interviewed the female subject's aunt, which provided critical information to secure a search warrant for the residence in the 1900 block of Jackson. During the search, detectives recovered 2 firearms belonging to the female subject's brother, along with 5 mobile devices. A subsequent search warrant for these devices revealed disturbing photographic evidence of the deceased infant in a plastic garbage bag. The investigation revealed that the female subject gave birth to a live baby girl on August 25th, 2024, at her residence. Tragically, the infant passed away shortly after birth. The female subject, with assistance from her mother, failed to report the death to authorities and actively concealed the incident. The newborn's remains were discarded in a garbage receptacle, but despite extensive efforts, the detectives were unable to recover them. As a result, the medical examiner's office could not determine the infant's cause and manner of death. Through meticulous work, including drafting multiple search warrants, conducting numerous interviews, and collaborating with the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. Detective Pack, along with other detectives, demonstrated outstanding professionalism and dedication. Their efforts led to the grand jury securing testimony from third-party witnesses, resulting in the direct indictment of the female subject and her mother for concealment of death. This tragic and challenging case underscores the team's unwavering commitment to justice and their ability to handle sensitive investigations with diligence, integrity, and professionalism. Their collective efforts are a testimony to the high standards of the Evanston Police Department. And for this, we present all of you with certificates of recognition. Now I'm going to be turning this over to Commander Scott Soffier. But before I do, I just want to take a moment to thank every officer for their work during all of these cases. As the city manager mentioned earlier, we have had 2 years without a homicide. But there's one thing that I noticed while reading through these, and that wasn't for lack of trying. Your efforts to save lives have truly affected the city of Evanston, so thank you.
Thanks for leaving the microphone here, Commander Duker. I appreciate that. Good evening, everybody. My name is Scott Soffier. I'm a commander with the Evanston Police Department. I oversee the community relations as well as engagement and outreach units. I'll be presenting honorable mentions, but I'd first like to call up someone very special to present our first honorable mention this evening. Will Ms. Darcy Neiman please step forward?
On March 14, 2024, the intelligence unit disseminated a flock notification over the police radio that a vehicle and subject wanted for a Chicago homicide case had entered into Evanston. Officer Neiman arrived in the area of Emerson and Brown and located the vehicle within 5 minutes of the notification. The offending vehicle was stopped and the driver was taken into custody. It was later learned that the driver was in fact wanted for a Chicago homicide and the first degree murder. The charges were approved by the Cook County State's Attorney's Office.
Officer Neiman, for this we present you with an honorable mention. Congratulations.
I think you're trying to take my job.
Darcy, how am I supposed to follow that up after you did such a good job? I'm going to try, but that's all I can do. Will Officer Julio Puma please step forward? Officer Puma was dispatched to a stolen auto report. While he responded, the victim was able to utilize her GPS and located the vehicle in Rogers Park. I'm going to ad-lib here to say we always appreciate when the victims help us out with information like that. But upon arrival, Officer Puma observed the vehicle in question with a broken window, steering column peeled, and the vehicle still running. A subject approached the vehicle, stating it belonged to his mother. Officer Puma conducted a safety pat-down of the subject. That subject then fled and threw a handgun into a nearby dumpster. A loaded 9mm Canik handgun was recovered, and the offender was charged with a felony For this, we present you Officer Puma with an honorable mention. Congratulations. Is Officer Alvarado here? Understood. I know many people are also working shift tonight, but we would like to recognize those officers as well. And I'd like to note that on May 24th of 2024, Officer Alvarado responded to a drug overdose in the 800 block of Noise. On scene, the caller advised Officer Alvarado that his friend had overdosed inside of the apartment. He located the subject unresponsive on the couch and administered 2 doses of Narcan. This subject regained consciousness, and Officer Alvarado's quick actions saved a citizen's life, and for that, he will be presented with an honorable mention. Will Officers Marilyn Navarro and Kyle Jordan please step forward? Welcome back. On May 24th, 2024, that is the wrong date. Let's go to the right date. On August 19th, 2024, Officers Navarro and Jordan utilized the department's weekly deployment bulletin to educate themselves on missions and hotspots in their beat. The team monitored a local community center mentioned it in the bulletin due to recent complaints of violence and narcotics. These officers investigated an occupied vehicle where the occupants were actively smoking marijuana. During the course of the investigation, one subject reached for a crossbody bag from the backseat of the vehicle, exited the vehicle, and fled on foot. The subject was apprehended after a foot pursuit, during which the subject was observed discarding a loaded firearm. The firearm was recovered, and officers were able to secure felony aggravated, unlawful possession of a weapon charges on the offender. For this, we present you both with honorable mentions. Congratulations. Will Officer Brandon Smith please step forward? Absolutely. On June 25th, 2024, Officer Smith was on patrol in the 600 block of Oakton. He observed a male subject who appeared to be breaking into a parked vehicle. Upon spotting the officer, the subject changed his behavior and began to walk away. The officer observed the subject was wearing clothing, a mask, and gloves matching the description of an armed robbery offender from an incident that occurred earlier on that same day. Officer Smith attempted a street stop on the subject who immediately fled on foot. As the foot pursuit began, the offender was observed dropping a handgun. Utilizing excellent tactics, the officer gave clear verbal commands to stop and not reach for that weapon. However, the offender picked up the gun and continued to flee on foot. Officer Smith pursued the armed offender and was able to safely take him into custody and recover that loaded firearm. In addition to the loaded firearm, the offender was found to be in possession of proceeds from the aforementioned armed robbery. Officer Smith was able to assist in securing felony, aggravated, unlawful possession of weapon charges against the offender and assisted the police department's detective bureau with securing felony, aggravated, armed robbery charges. For this, we present you with an honorable mention. Congratulations. Will Officer Denny Lee please return to the front, accompanied by Officer William Marafsa. On December 18th of 2024, officers conducted a crime reduction mission in the area of Custer and Seward. They observed a parked, occupied vehicle behind 7-Eleven on Seward. The driver of that vehicle began making furtive movements and attempted to reverse the vehicle subsequent to the police presence. An investigative stop was initiated and the odor of burnt cannabis was detected emanating from the vehicle. Officers observed further evidence related to the presence of cannabis. Officers confirmed that the occupants of the vehicle were under the age of 21 and conducted a search related to unlawful possession of cannabis. A loaded PSA Dagger 9mm handgun was located under the driver's seat. The handgun was determined to have been stolen from Fort Wayne, Indiana. The driver was subsequently charged with aggravated unlawful use of a weapon. Officers are recognized for proactive police work exhibited by conducting an investigative stop not prompted by a call for service. They displayed excellent skills in developing probable cause for a search of the vehicle and its occupants. These officers ultimately removed a handgun from the streets of the city of Evanston and secured felony charges. For this, we present you both with honorable mentions. Congratulations. Will detectives Dave Cherry, Nicholas Chiplett, and Pedro Carrasco please step forward? On August 6, 2024, Evanston police officers responded to reports of a male shooting victim near Dempster and Darrow. Upon arrival, officers located a 34-year-old Evanston resident. He had sustained a gunshot wound. The victim was transported to a nearby hospital in stable condition and identified an offender in this case. Following witness interviews and an extensive canvass of the area, detectives established probable cause leading to the prompt arrest of the offender. Initially, detectives faced challenges with the reluctant victim who was willing to cooperate. Demonstrating remarkable persistence and rapport-building skills, the detectives were able to earn the victim's trust, ultimately securing critical video evidence that depicted the shooting incident. This compelling evidence, coupled with the detectives' meticulous investigative work, was presented to the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, resulting in the approval of felony charges for attempted first-degree murder against the offender. Detectives' exceptional diligence in innovative problem-solving and ability to secure cooperation from a hesitant witness were instrumental in removing a dangerous felon from the streets. The unwavering commitment to justice and public safety reflects the highest standards of professionalism and law enforcement excellence. Detectives Galindo, Cherry, Kane, and Chiplett assisted by surveilling the residence of the offender. When they observed the offender leave the residence, the detectives followed the vehicle and initiated a stop. The offender was taken into custody without incident and turned over to the Criminal Investigations Bureau for further follow-up. For this, we present everyone with an honorable mention. Congrats. Will Officers Jacob Jetton Gonzalez and Elizabeth Osorio please step forward? On December 8th of 2024, Officer Jetton Gonzalez and Osorio were dispatched to a premise check. A citizen observed a vehicle that seemed suspicious and requested a check. As officers arrived, they made contact with one subject inside the vehicle who appeared to be intoxicated. After several verbal attempts, the officers were able to get the offender out of the vehicle, and as they did so, they observed a loaded handgun on the floorboard. Officers walked the subject to the rear of the vehicle, at which point he fled on foot. After a foot pursuit, Officer Jetton Gonzalez was able to take him into custody. While Officer Jetton Gonzalez was chasing the offender, his partners secured the weapon and the vehicle and then assisted Officer Jetton Gonzalez. The offender was charged with multiple unlawful possession of a weapon offenses as well as driving under the influence. A dangerous weapon was removed from the streets, and for this we present you and Officer Osorio with honorable mentions. Congratulations. Before I turn this over to our next presenter, I would like to recognize Councilmember Chrissy Harris for being in attendance. We really appreciate the support from our elected officials and all city staff for being here tonight, so a round of applause as well. And although I've been up here for a little bit, I do want to say that to have the honor to give both friends and veterans, 20-plus year veterans of this agency, as well as rookie police officers and officers who chose to leave other police agencies and come here to the city of Evanston and see how quickly our team can make an impact year over year. It's really, really cool to see with the number of people we've hired in a short amount of time, all of us working well together in that teamwork. And it's just a really great thing. I'm really proud and privileged to be up here doing this tonight. So thank you again. Thank you. At this time, I have the honor of turning the ceremony over to Communications Manager Chris Voss. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. I'm Chris Voss, the Communications Manager. I have the privilege of managing 16 dedicated telecommunicators who tirelessly strive to keep the community of Evanston safe. So will telecommunicator Jesse McPhail please step forward? On September 5th, 2024, Chicago Police Department responded to a call of a male shot and deceased near Sealy and Damon. Evanston telecommunicators monitored CPD giving a description of the offender on the Zone 11 radio. The telecommunicators reviewed the camera footage and advised Evanston officers in the area that a subject matching the offender description had returned to the scene. The telecommunications team worked together under chaotic circumstances to assist another agency with this serious investigation. The telecommunicators maintained a calm presence throughout the duration of this incident. While reviewing the pod camera footage, the TCOs relayed important information which led to the apprehension of a potential homicide offender. During this time, telecommunications continued dispatching calls for service and allocating appropriate resources throughout the city of Evanston. For this, we present you with an honorable mention. Also being recognized for this incident but unable to attend tonight are our telecommunicators Linda Thompson, Rich Klukas, and Tricia Reimers. And before she sits back down and hands out some more awards, I'll have Jesse please step back up. Yeah, nice shoes. I couldn't pull that off.
Actually, probably.
TCO Jesse McPhail is also being recognized with a police service commendation. So Jesse's being recognized for her outstanding contributions, dedication, contributions and dedication to the Evanston Police Department and community. Jessie consistently goes above and beyond her daily duties, demonstrating qualities that set her apart as an exemplary employee. In 2024, Jessie played a meaningful role in community outreach, participating in National Night Out and Community Police Academy events. She attended and presented to community members, organized supplies, and created materials for those events, fostering stronger relationships between the department and the community. Jessie's dedication to improving the department is further demonstrated through active participation in several committees, including the Awards Committee, the Night of Honor Committee, and the Wellness Committee. In each of these roles, Jessie has shown a commitment to making a positive impact, whether it's recognizing the achievements of others or promoting the health and well-being of her coworkers. Her commitment to the police department and public safety is evident in her actions during critical incidents. Jessie was formally recognized, as you know, for her contributions to the Chicago homicide case, which ultimately led to the apprehension of a homicide suspect. Her knowledge and ability to think quickly under pressure makes her an invaluable asset to the department. As a telecommunicator emergency response team member, Jessie responded to a call out and served as a telecommunicator for Norcom Dispatch in Franklin Park. She also volunteered for a national call out to assist dispatching centers impacted by flooding in North Carolina. Her willingness to support other agencies during times of crisis exemplifies her selflessness and professionalism. Jessie is also a member of the Tyler CAD build team. Thank you. Where her knowledge time, and effort have contributed significantly to the success of the team's initiatives. Her ability to collaborate with others and provide valuable insights has substantially supported the Tyler system implementation progress. Beyond her technical and professional achievements, Jessie is also a supportive and empathetic teammate. She consistently encourages and organizes team building activities. Dip day, right? Dip day. When I dip, you dip, we dip.
Yeah.
And is always ready to lend a helping hand to her coworkers. Her positive attitude and willingness to go the extra mile foster an environment of teamwork and camaraderie, making her an essential part of our department. In addition to her numerous contributions, Jessie was also instrumental in creating the Civilian of the Year award, demonstrating her forward-thinking commitment to recognizing her colleagues' hard work and dedication. Her initiative to establish this award reflects her desire to foster a culture of appreciation and excellence within the department, and for these reasons, Jessie embodies the quality of dedication, excellence, and service that this award seeks to honor. And for this, we present you with a police service commendation. And I'm not much of a speech giver, but I do want to also take this moment to recognize the telecommunicators, the civilian personnel who tirelessly are the first line of public safety. They collaborate with a phenomenal police department and an outstanding fire department daily. And I cannot say enough words to say how proud I am to manage this group. So thank you to Jessie and all of her fellow telecommunicators. At this time, I'll turn it back over to Commander Glenn.
Try to do this without the glasses. We'll see how that goes. All right, it's my honor to present the police commendations, and if you remember from the first time I was up here, that's the second highest form of an award that can be given out. So at this time, will Officer Marilyn Navarro and Sergeant Dan Keeler please step forward. You don't have to walk with the monitor sometimes right now. Congratulations. On August 5th, 2024, Officer Navarro and Sergeant Keeler responded to a person shot in the 1700 block of Dempster. Upon arrival, a victim was located who had been shot twice, once in the upper right thigh and once in the lower abdomen. Without delay, both administered life-saving measures and applied a tourniquet. These actions saved the victim's life. For this, we present both of you with a police commendation. Will Sergeant Chris Tortorello please step forward? On September 5th, 2024, Chicago Police Department responded to a call of a male shot and deceased in the area of Sealy and Damon. Witnesses in the area at the time were able to provide an accurate description of the offender who had fled on foot. Evanston 911 dispatchers reviewed the camera footage and advised the subject matching the offender description returned to the scene. Sergeant Tortorello was in the area, stopped the subject, and identified him. The subject had an unrelated warrant and was turned over to the Chicago Police Department for further investigation. Sergeant Sergeant Torts alertly utilized the information disseminated during a volatile situation and managed to place a potential homicide offender into custody without further incident. This swift action brought an end to a dangerous situation for the public and fellow officers working an active crime scene. For this, we present you with a police commendation. There's a few more, but a lot of these people couldn't make it tonight. So I will now turn it over to Deputy Chief Jody Wright.
Oh, thanks. I got it. She got the last name as me, so she must think she's my mother or something. No. Deputy Chief Jody Wright, good evening, everyone. I am privileged to oversee the Support Services Division. Can you guys hear me? The Support Services Division, those are the amazing men and women who are the backbone and support of our police field staff. So I have the honor of presenting now the Chief's Special Award. I would like to call to front and center City Manager Luke Stowe. Feels a little different on that side. Huh? Don't worry, you're in a safe space. We got you. Tonight, I have the privilege of recognizing someone whose steadfast support has made our mission not only possible, but stronger, especially during trying times. City Manager Luke Stowe, in times of uncertainty, when the weight of crisis has pressed heavily on our department, whether from public emergencies or internal challenges, you have been a constant source of strength for our department. Your leadership has not only given us the resources we need to serve our community, but the morale and trust we need to serve with heart. You have advocated for our officers, ensured we have had the tools to protect and serve, and most importantly, made us sure we never felt alone in our mission. When things were tough, you reminded us that public service is not about ease, but about endurance, unity, and responsibility. Your actions spoke louder than your words. Your presence has been a force of calm and clarity during our challenging times. Tonight, we honor your unwavering support, your steadfast presence, and your deep commitment, not just to our department, but to the safety and well-being of the entire Evanston community. On behalf of the police department, I'm proud to present the Chief Special Award to you. Thank you for being a true partner, a resilient leader, and a friend to all of us. Congratulations. I'm now going to pass the mic to Deputy Chief Dan Russell.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dan Russell. I am the Deputy Chief overseeing field operations. Tonight I'll be presenting several different awards. The first one I'll be presenting is the Special Chief's Award to two City of Evanston employees outside the police department. Will Casey Solomon from the Human Resources Department please come forward? We'd also like to recognize Mary Danequa, but she could not be here for this evening's ceremony. Human Resources employee Casey Solomon contributed to the police department's hiring efforts in a profound way and is being recognized by Chief Stewart tonight for outstanding dedication and hard work. Over the last 2 years, you have demonstrated unparalleled commitment to ensuring our department is fully staffed with qualified applicants, helping us meet our hiring goals. You played a pivotal role in organizing and coordinating every aspect of the hiring process, from scheduling interviews and managing background checks, ensuring timely and efficient communication. Your timeless efforts were seamless in what was often a complex and time-consuming process. Without your support, we would be unable to make significant progress in staffing levels to what we've seen over the past year. Beyond executing tasks, they went above and beyond, putting the needs of the police department first, working closely with law enforcement leadership to address the department's unique needs and challenging recruitment challenges. Thanks to Casey, we have a meaningful improvement in staffing levels, ensuring that we are better equipped to meet the demands of the community and provide a high quality of service. For this, we present you with the Chief's Special Award. Thank you, and thank all the staff from the Human Resources Department for all you've done for the police department this past year. Thank you. Will Jennifer Levy please come forward? Come on up. Jennifer Levy is being recognized for her exceptional contributions to the Office of Professional Standards. Jen exemplifies commitment and outstanding work ethic, consistently delivering high-quality results while handling sensitive information with precision and care. The timeless requirements of the public request through the Freedom of Information Act place a tremendous strain on her day-to-day operations. Yet, Jen's calm demeanor and consistent effort serve as a constant reminder of her value. Her strong communication skills make her an invaluable asset, enabling her to collaborate effectively and serve as a resource to the Office of Professional Standards, where she consistently guides staff with patience and expertise. Jen's flexibility and multitasking abilities allow her to efficiently manage multiple priorities, ensuring that deadlines are met without compromising accuracy. In addition to her daily responsibilities, Jen goes above and beyond by dedicating time outside the office to ensure critical tasks are completed. Without her unwavering dedication and willingness to step up whenever needed, make a significant impact to the team's success. Jen brings a high degree of professionalism and accountability to our team. More importantly, she offers valuable insight and provides perspective on best practices and consistently checks to ensure the office's needs are met. Jen genuinely cares about the department's success and plays an essential role in the process. For this, we present you with the Chief's Special Award. I'll now be presenting a unit citation to the members of the Special Operations Group. Will the following members please come forward? Detective Ben Holloman, Detective Dan Rosenbaum, Detective Dave Cherry, Detective Nicholas Chipolet, Detective Nina Griffin, Sergeant Christopher Tortorello, Sergeant Rick Shianis, and Commander James Pillars III. Members of the Special Operations Group are frequently tasked with complicated investigations based on community and public safety concerns. This was demonstrated in 3 different long-term operations in which members of the Special Operations Group had to use a variety of investigative techniques, including, but not limited to, mobile and stationary surveillance, use of confidential informants, controlled undercover purchases, along with a variety of legal processes. The following are highlights of some of the more complex investigations that occurred in 2024. Detectives responded to a variety of complaints regarding drug sales in the Main Street corridor. At the conclusion of the case, 3 subjects were arrested, over 150 grams of narcotics, primarily crack cocaine, and 2 firearms were recovered. Detectives learned that a known subject was selling heroin and fentanyl outside of his residence. It was learned that there were juveniles in the residence. Detectives acted quickly to protect the uninvolved juveniles. A search warrant of the residence was obtained and executed, and detectives recovered over 20 grams of crack cocaine and 40 grams of suspected heroin with fentanyl, along with ammunition. This resulted in a Class X felony charge. Number 2, detectives learned a second time that another subject had begun distributing narcotics in the Main Street corridor. Detectives launched a narcotics investigation and conducted extensive mobile and stationary surveillance at different times of the day and night. With the help of confidential informants, detectives carried out 4 controlled narcotics purchases, 2 of which took place during school hours, 100 feet from Park School, located 828 Main, with children present. The investigation culminated with detectives obtaining probable cause and executing a residential search warrant and took the subject into custody following a foot pursuit. The offender was charged with 5 felonies. These cases are just small examples of the type of work the detectives in the Special Operations Group do on a regular basis to improve the quality of life for the residents of the city of Evanston. Congratulations on receiving a unit citation award. The next unit citation we presented to members of the Criminal Investigations Division, which is comprised of both juvenile and adult investigations. Will the following members please come forward? Some of these people you've seen before. Detective Varani, Detective Gustafson, Detective Just, Detective Carrasco, Sergeant Amanda Wright, Sergeant Mike Cameron, and Sergeant Rick Tyson. Please come forward. What I'm going to read to you is a number of things that they did this year, but again, we could be here all night with everything these guys have done over the past year in 2024. Members of the Criminal Investigations Division are being recognized for their exemplary service and dedication. They demonstrated extraordinary dedication, professionalism, and investigational excellence during the summer of 2024, a period which was marked by an unprecedented surge in complex and high-stakes investigations. Despite the challenges posed by the demanding caseload and limited resources and time-sensitive cases, the Investigations Bureau worked tirelessly to uphold the high standards of law enforcement and to deliver justice to the community. Their collective efforts were significantly contributed to the safety and well-being of Evanston residents. The unit's remarkable performance exemplified by several high-profile investigations which occurred in 2024. First, the Fleetwood Jourdain Community Center had a shooting that occurred on July 29th, 2024. Detective Vasquez spearheaded the investigation into the shooting incident where multiple rounds were fired near a community center. Utilizing innovative technology and expert investigative techniques, he collaborated with patrol officers to identify and arrest the subject. The offender, a parolee, was charged with a Class X felony for aggravated discharge of a firearm, ensuring the removal of a dangerous felon from the streets. Second, the Dempster Street shootout that occurred on August 5th, 2024. Detective Gustafson and Detective Carrasco investigated a chaotic shootout involving multiple individuals, resulting in individual injuries to 2 convicted felons. Through detailed witness interviews, forensic analysis, and persistent follow-ups, detectives secured felony charges against 3 offenders, holding them accountable for their roles in this violent incident. Third, the Dempster Street shooting, which occurred the next day on July 6, 2024. Detective Herrera, Detective Carrasco tackled a challenging case involving an uncooperative victim and a complex evidentiary recovery. Through exceptional persistence and building rapport, they secured critical video evidence that led to charges of attempted first-degree murder against the offender. And the last case that I talk about really took a toll on our organization, particularly this group and the people that worked in investigations last year, which was the concealment of the death, which we took in on August 29th, 2024. Detective Swenson, Detective Sosa, Detective Pack, Detective Gustafson, along with Sergeants Andre and Tyson, demonstrated outstanding professionalism and compassion addressing a deeply sensitive case involving the concealment of a deceased newborn. Despite uncooperative witnesses, the team investigated this complex investigation with precision, resulting in the indictment of 2 individuals for the concealment of the death. These cases highlight not only the detectives' technical expertise and investigative skills, but also their ability to handle complex investigations, emotionally charged situations with empathy and determination. Their efforts resulted in successful apprehension and prosecution of multiple violent offenders and served as a testament to their unwavering commitment to justice and public safety. The extraordinary work performed by the Investigations Bureau during the summer of 2024 underscores their exceptional teamwork, resourcefulness, and dedication under challenging circumstances. Their collective efforts have been enhanced the safety of the community, Evanston community, and exemplify the very best of the law enforcement profession. For unwavering commitment to excellence and their significant contributions to public safety during an extraordinarily busy summer, being extremely short-staffed, that was the other part that you guys need to know about. The Evanston Police Department Investigations Bureau is highly deserving of a unit citation award. Congratulations. I'm now going to turn it over to Deputy Chief Jody Wright, who will be giving out our last unit citation award of the evening. Thank you.
The last unit citation award will be presented to members of our police service desk. Will the following members please step forward? Detention Desk Officer Debbie Hidden, Detention Desk Officer Gina Alexander, Detention Desk Officer Lizette Mendoza, Police Service Desk Manager Sue Panarelli, and Detention Desk Supervisor Yvette Hobson. Did I forget anyone that's here? Before I get started reading, I also want to recognize who's not here tonight. Detention Desk Officer Bobby Taylor, Detention Desk Officer Edward Ortiz, Detention Desk Officer Marcela Rodriguez, and Detention Desk Officer, Court Liaison Officer Lindsay Lalonde. Tonight we honor this group of individuals whose work often takes place behind the scenes, but whose impact is felt throughout every corner of our department. This team exemplifies what it means to serve with heart, dedication, and unity. This recognition is not prompted by a single event, but something far more powerful, a year-long display of genuine camaraderie, commitment, and excellence. At a time when staffing levels dropped to just 50%, this team didn't falter. They stepped up for one another, covering shifts without hesitation, staying late without being asked, and ensuring that no partner was left unsupported. These actions may appear to be routine, but we recognize the deeper sentiment. This is not just doing the job. This is going above and beyond, day in and day out, whether assisting with complex paperwork, preparing detailed handouts for the next shifts, or simply being present when someone needs a helping hand or a listening ear. This team shows up. The desk officers are in many ways a little bit of everything in our department. As the front-facing representation of our agency, they are the first point of contact. They handle everything from minor inquiries to critical moments of support for fellow officers and other civilian support staff. Their knowledge must span across all aspects of police work, and they meet that challenge with expertise and grace. For your unwavering support, professionalism, and the genuine care you bring to your work and to each other, we thank you and present you with the Unit Citation Award. Congratulations. And I'm now going to turn the microphone over to Deputy Chief Melissa Secluti, who will present the Civilian of the Year Award.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Melissa Secluti, and I oversee the Investigations Bureau. Tonight, I have the distinct honor of presenting a new and deeply meaningful recognition, the Civilian of the Year Award. Before I begin, I want to acknowledge and thank telecommunicator Jesse McPhail. Can you stand up, please? Whose insight and initiative brought this award into existence. Until this year, we had never formally recognized the incredible contributions of our civilian team in this way. And so that makes this moment not just historic, but truly special. Mrs. Shada Ishu, will you please join me? Did you take the long way on purpose? I did. It is with immense pride, deep respect, and heartfelt gratitude that I present the very first Civilian of the Year Award to Shada Ishu. Shada is more than an essential part of the Evanston Police Department. She is a force of stability, precision, and compassion in everything that she touches. Every day, she goes far beyond what is asked for, elevating our department's operational effectiveness and unwavering professionalism and grace. She leads quietly but powerfully, managing complex budgetary and administrative tasks, often juggling countless moving parts behind the scenes, projects that few see, but we all benefit from. Shada is also the one-person engine behind the scheduling and coordination of our special details, which, quite frankly, could be a full-time role on its own. Whether it's a small request or a critical logistical need, Shada meets it with dedication, sharp, and I mean sharp attention to detail, and an unshakable commitment to excellence. And just as importantly, she does all of this with warmth, patience, and an unmistakable smile that reminds us that leadership isn't always loud. Sometimes it's simply being the person everyone knows they can rely on. Shada, your work matters, but even more importantly, your presence matters. You make this department better, not just through what you do, but through who you are. You embody integrity, service, and heart. It is an absolute honor to recognize you tonight. All, please join me in celebrating the heartbeat of our police department. 2024 Civilian of the Year, Shada Isha. The final two awards of the evening will be presented by our exceptional leader, Chief of Police, Chief Shanita Stewart.
How's it sound, Amanda? No? I'm trying here. Is this on? Hello? All right. Greetings. It is a true honor to stand before you tonight as we gather to celebrate the finest among us, the men and the women who uphold the badge not just with duty, but with an unwavering devotion of courage and heart. The next recognition is deeply meaningful to our police department. Last year, we lost former Police Chief William H. Logan, Jr. A memorial and funeral arrangements were put into place to honor this Evanston icon. Chief Logan was not only the first Black chief of police in Evanston, but also a pioneering leader whose legacy lives on. Chief Logan dedicated his life to public service, demonstrating unwavering commitment, integrity, and leadership throughout his career and life. He broke barriers and opened doors for many, a door that I walked through 35 years after his retirement. Without Chief William H. Logan, there is no Chief Shanita Stewart. Chief Logan stood tall as a beacon of hope for community members who saw this position as attainable. He carried that weight of responsibility with grace, wisdom, and strength. Because of his courage, I can serve this community. His legacy has laid the foundation for me and countless others who continue to benefit the paths he paved. Under Chief Logan's leadership, the Evanston Police Department made significant strides in community policing and building community trust. His vision and dedication to fostering positive relationships are reflected in what we do and how we do it every single day. Community was more than a word to him. It was his way of life. First, I will start by recognizing personnel who were involved in the logistical and operational planning that went into his celebration of life. Several members of the Evanston Police Department and city staff were involved in planning to make the events both memorable and impactful for Chief Logan's family. These significant contributions, both small and large, speak volumes about the unwavering commitment to this city and the importance of recognizing Evanston's finest police chief, William H. Logan, Jr. Because so many individuals were involved in this logistical and operational planning, I will call staff up in clusters. There were so many that contributed to him. I may miss some names, and for that I offer my sincerest apologies in advance. Will Officers Adam Howard, Justin Connolly, Kyle Jordan, Jeremy Neiman, Hugh Clark, and retired officer Heidi Bernhardt, please step forward. Continuing, Records Clerk Tashonda Shorty, Administrative Lead Jennifer Levy, and Parking Enforcement Officer Ashley Wilson. Detective Chipolette, Carrasco, and Cherry. Sergeants Keeler, DeLeon, Wilson, Wright, Daly. Commanders Carter, Pillars, Glenn, Sophia. Police Service Desk 311 Manager Sue Panarelli. Shada Ishu. Reverend Dr. Torres Scorlock. And City Manager Luke Stowe. Please all come up. On behalf of the City of Evanston, EPD, and the Logan family, thank you. You want to take this over there to him? Please. You only need to. Sorry? Yeah, put your office. Care of equipment. That's what I want you to. I'm showing you. Next, I would like to call up Dr. Gio Logan and family. I'm very tired today. Chief Logan was an unquestionable pillar of this community. His impact was not only on the police department, but throughout the entire community. His unwavering dedication and commitment to community service should be an inspiration to all that wear the uniform and a model of what true public service looks like. Because of his impact, tonight I am proud to share with the Logan family, as well as the community, the renaming of our partnership award to William H. Logan Community Policing Partnership Award. Each year, this award will be presented to a member of the department whose work throughout the year embodies Chief William Logan's legacy. I'd like to at this time invite Dr. Logan up to say a few words.
Can you all hear me? Yes. It's beyond an honor and very humbling to be standing here before such greatness, and it's very humbling. So on behalf of the Logan family, as my father would say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to keep this short because I know how you all get down here at the police department. But it's fitting that this is the first award because we are still in the year of first since my dad has passed. So this is very fitting from that standpoint. And as I look at the logo, I'm reminded of my father because he, along with, he was part of a committee of 3 who designed that logo. So when I see courtesy and service, he tried to embody that, but I'm seeing that exemplified here today. I learned at the memorial that you all provided for our community and for our family last year. I learned there from Rabbi Klein that my father was part of starting the chaplains program. I had no idea of that, along with Reverend Norwood. So I'm still learning about my own father, and I thank you all for that reflection. You know, community service to my father was a serious thing. He had opportunities to take jobs all over the country, and he chose to stay right here in Evanston because this was his village, and he was very proud of that. So when he became police chief, he walked the business districts on Main Street, Dempster Street, downtown Evanston, and Central Street to meet every business owner to establish that relationship and that connection with the community. It's approximately 50 years, not to the date, but to this event, that my father received an award for disarming a felon and freeing a hostage on Riva Street in Evanston. So it's very fitting. It's 50 years to this event, to this day. I just want to leave you with 4 sentences from my father from 4 different speeches that he wrote. And one says, police community relationships have a direct bearing on the character of life in our city and on the community's ability to maintain stability and to solve its problems. I think that's been exemplified here today. On a separate speech, he asked the question, do cops spend too much time learning how to shoot guns and not enough time on how to deal effectively and fairly with people? To that, Dad, I would say, no, you all got it right. You all got that right. So I think you answered that question for him. Third, he said, police community relations ideally is an emphasis, is an attitude, a way of viewing police relationships that ought to permeate the entire organization. And I would say again, that's been exemplified here today. And lastly, he said that cops are part of the thin blue line that each day preserves our civilization. And again, that was exemplified here today. So on behalf of the Logan family, we couldn't all be here today. We're just representing. We thank you from the center of our hearts for all the support over this past year, for allowing us to be here today, for creating this award in my father's name. And I know that right now he is shining his light upon you all and his love and deep thanks and deep gratitude. And in this moment, I think of his parents, my grandparents, who are extremely proud of him, but of you all and of the city in which we live. Thank you so much.
Right there with it. Our final award tonight is Officer of the Year Award. Crime analyst Marian Ring will assist me in presenting this award.
Hi. Tonight we recognize one officer that stands out, one whose dedication, I'm not going to cry, work ethic and relentless pursuit of excellence have elevated not just the investigations he works on, but the standard of what it means to serve the city of Evanston. Will my partner, Detective Matthew Masucci, please join us up here?
Tonight, it is our privilege and a proud moment for the entire police department to present the 2024 Officer of the Year to Detective Matthew Masucci. Detective Masucci has been a member of the Evanston Police Department for just 7 years, but in that short time, he has distinguished himself as an indispensable cornerstone of our agency.
He currently serves in our intelligence unit, where he is responsible for gathering, analyzing, and sharing critical intelligence both inside and beyond our department. This alone is no small feat. But Detective Masucci does not stop there. He consistently takes on more because good enough has never been part of his vocabulary. In 2024 alone, he operated in an undercover capacity during 3 separate special operations investigations, each of which resulted in felony charges. That work carries risk. It requires trust, and it demands a level of courage and professionalism that few truly understand. Yet he volunteered again and again, even when it meant sacrificing his own time, stepping away from his core duties, and staying late into the night to ensure each detail was right.
His excellence doesn't stop in the field, does it?
I'm so sorry. Detective Masucci is our primary tech analyst, our go-to expert in one of the most complex and ever-evolving aspects of modern policing. In the last year, he reviewed and extracted data from more than 50 phones, a meticulous, highly technical process that turns solid police work into strong, evidence-based prosecutions. He does this with focus, precision, and a deep commitment to justice.
And while many would be overwhelmed by this workload, Detective Masucci looked ahead, applying and being accepted into 2 elite United States Secret Service training programs. These are not ordinary classes. They demanded high-level knowledge, out-of-state travel, and time away from home. But he pursued them not for accolades, but because he believes in bettering himself to better serve the people of Evanston. He brings back not just skills, but tangible tools and technology that will make our intelligence unit and our entire department stronger. He is the one we call when other departments need help. He is the one who steps in when workloads grow heavy. He consistently steps forward, quietly and relentlessly.
Let me be clear. What he has done this year and every year is extraordinary. Detective Masucci, your leadership is rooted in action. Your commitment is unwavering.
On behalf of the Evanston Police Department, the City of Evanston, and this community, thanks you. You represent the very best of who we are.
All, please join me in honoring Detective Matthew Masucci, our 2024 Officer of the Year.
Sure? Okay. Yes, hello. Great job, Marianne. Before I close, I'd like to thank members of the awards committee, a group of talented professionals and dedicated individuals who have spent many, many hours reading reports and policy and preparing for this ceremony. This year's awards committee was led by Deputy Chief Melissa Secluti and includes Shada Ishu, Telecommuter Jesse McPhail, Detective Nicholas Chipolette, Sergeant Amanda Wright, Commander Marla Duca, Commander Liz Glenn, and Commander Jimmy Pillars III. Thank you all for coming and supporting our police department. Please stay for pictures, cake, and refreshments. The end.